بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء وإمام المرسلين سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Welcome to this read-through of Contemplating the Quran, a thematic journey through the 30 parts of the Holy Quran. Tonight, alhamdulillah, it's the 28th juz of the Quran, from Surah al-Mujadilah to Surah al-Tahrim. And all of these, or many of these, are Medinan surahs. And so the theme of this juz is scenes from the Medinan community. The Medinan community was the first community of believers established in the Arab lands. God revealed the noble Quran to them in order to teach them, as well as those of us who followed them. The Quran thus details the events that befell this Medinan community, critiquing, teaching and guiding. And this part encompasses some of those situations. For example, one, the rulings related to zihar at the beginning of Surah al-Mujadilah. Now, zihar was a customary form of divorce that was practiced before Islam and was actually nullified by Islam. People who used this form of divorce were required to choose between divorcing their wife completely or resuming life with them as normal after observing a specific penalty for making this harmful oath. That penalty consisted of fasting for 60 consecutive days or feeding 60 poor people if a person was unable to fast. Secondly, an account of how the people of the book, or a group of them, and the hypocrites would deceptively hail the Prophet ﷺ, twisting their words such that they would be saying, "Death be upon you, Assalamu alaikum," rather than "Peace be upon you, Assalamu alaikum," and how to deal with such people. Number 3, the etiquette of attending gatherings and accommodating attendees during them. That's Surah Mujadilah, verse 11. Number 4, the proper manners of addressing the Prophet ﷺ, as well as other specific matters related to him, such as the dealing with the spoils of war and campaign revenue, and that's Surah al-Hashr. Throwing light on the interrelationships and connections between both within this community and without. Close relations in the Meccan fraternity who had opposed God and His Messenger, as well as others who had not come out in enmity against Allah and His Messenger. It's all covered in the first 3 surahs of the chapter. Number 6, an account of how some of the people of the book and hypocrites had conspired together during the campaign of Banu Nadir. That's in the Surah al-Hashr. Number 7, the rulings relating to taking the Pledge of Allegiance from women, and a tale of how they had emigrated alone from to Medina in order to preserve their religion. Number 8, and that's Surah al-Mumtahina. Number 8, an exhortation to believers to be steadfast in aid of their faith and to be solidly united shoulder to shoulder behind the Prophet ﷺ. That's Surah al-Saf. Number 9, a refutation of the claims to superiority of the people of the book and their conjuring baseless claims about God, including the challenge to them to yearn for death if they were indeed truthful in their claims of being especially favoured. Number 10, the dedication of an entire chapter to discredit the hypocrites, which revealed their inner states, secret words, and spiritual ugliness, as well as their attachment to wealth, children, and other fleeting and perishing enjoyments. That's Surah al-Munafiqun. Number 11, an admonition to the believers against imitating these evil ways and becoming attached to fleeting appetites that delude man as to the true value of this world, inasmuch as it is these things that turn him from the purpose for which he has been created, before turning him back to the remembrance of God's recompense in the hereafter. And that's Surah al-Jumu'ah. And number 12, an expansive discussion of the legal rulings relating to divorce, along with questions of the post-marital waiting period, maintenance and breastfeeding in such situations. This is accompanied by accounts that relate to the inherent nature of women, along with the story of the attempt of 2 of them to make the Prophet ﷺ forswear relations with one another. This is strongly censured by Allah, and the danger of doing so is made clear to them, with God narrating the accounts of 2 women who were deserving of hell, their close relationship with 2 noble and worshipful prophets not availing them at all in this manner. This is followed by the account of 2 righteous women whom God brought to salvation because of their sanctity and their worship, and that's Surah al-Tahrim. وصلى الله على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.